the RPG Blender, where we give lesser played games or forgotten settings the roll of the dice they deserve. I'm your host, Game Master George, thrilled to welcome you to this edition of Grab Bag Gaming. The Super Metal Astral Calicos have begun planning the most impressive of parades. But will they finish before Gregor's wedding? So join us as we step into a world of mayhem and public relations in RPG Blender's Grab Bag Gaming, Nice Marines.
Yeah.
And we cut back to Adrius.
I'm sure that my brothers have the parade well in hand. They're probably just making sure it's a long, thorough parade, not made of only, say, two, three objects. That would be small, possibly even pitiful for the sake of the. But I'm sure that they have it well in hand. I need to focus in on this chapel. This chapel needs to be perfect for the Emperor. All right, here we go. And I'm gonna pick up something else.
Give me that lifting heavy objects roll.
Another one.
Oh my God! For the love of Gregor, man, what the hell?
It's how you know I'm real. You know, I'm only an asshole would shoot himself in the foot 4 times. I am the captain.
Okay. You start lifting heavy things. You lift more and more heavy things until you have a pile of heavy things on top of you. You then begin walking them to their destination, at which point they begin to topple forward, taking out another section of the floor, reopening it back down to the collapsed portions beneath.
You know, that could be open concept. That's probably fine.
An excellent suggestion, my lord.
Right. It allows breathing space down there. I was down there earlier. It's very hard to breathe down there. And that's coming from a guy who wears a helmet all the time.
You are so wise.
Don't brown nose. It's very off-putting. Get back to work!
Of course, sir. Whatever you say, sir. Are you making that impressing civilians roll?
Of course. Of course.
What could possibly go wrong?
That's a 15.
Oh, no. My own words. Come back to destroy me.
What are we, surprised?
Say, get back to you yell, get back to work. He goes back to work, and as he does, he notices people that are not working hard enough. He pulls out his gun and he starts shooting people as a demonstration.
Yep, that's normal. Back to work. And I turn to go do my other things.
Okay, we cut back to Bloody Iggy.
Yep. Based on the words, the specific words that Alexander used, I drive us to the docks to find a large floating thing that I am familiar with as an ensign. I'm looking for a ship that we can requisition.
Makes sense to me.
If there is any kind of like combat capable vessel, that's the one I'm going for. I'm just cruising on the dock though, just like looking for ships, cruising for ships.
That goes in the water or a grab ship?
I mean, if there's a grab ship, yeah, but he said floating thing, so my mind goes to boat. Though, wait.
Okay.
We live in a space universe.
I was about to say, I do live in a spaceship, so maybe the grab one. Let's go with that. My own words.
That make me gather information with your minus to grab ships, which I will say are similar enough to grab cars.
Yeah, that counts. I buy that. That would be, oh man, it's a 5 and a 10.
Okay, you drive through the docks, taking out a number of minor roadside stands there, but you would eventually find a nice battle cruiser.
Oh, Gregor smiles upon me this day.
I hop out of the car, and I grab my gun from the back seat, and I walk up and I go,
"Who's the captain of this vessel?"
Well, he points back to the cabin.
The ship is the captain of itself. What is it, some kind of AI?
He's inside the...
AI activate! Okay. AI go!
I come charging behind.
Give me a impressing civilians roll.
Okie dokie. That is a 1, predictably.
Can I also attempt to impress civilians by arriving behind him with my monster Rex?
Sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
I arrive behind him and I scream at the top of my lungs, "Comply!" As I imagine the 4 mouths of my new best friend, the Rex, roar at the same time, and I pop off a couple rounds and go.
I would sort of like my body doesn't move, but I also just pop off a couple rounds in solidarity.
What am I doing? I'm impressing. I am impressing. I rolled a 9.
Could be worse.
Could have been a 10, but yeah.
That's our slogan.
Okay, so you say, AI on, and the battle cruiser begins to move in the air. He then yells, "Comply," and it shoots up into the sky.
Oh,
Going
excellent.
higher, with the screaming voices behind as it enters the lower atmosphere.
Just like the old days.
Iggy, how do we get it down?
Oh, I could probably do that from the bridge of the other ship. I probably should have just done that in the first place.
This is Master Blaster calling up to Godspleen Andromeda Super. Master Blaster, do you copy?
We're here. We read you, Master Blaster.
Yeah, we got a little rogue minnow coming up towards you. Is there any way you can commandeer that bad boy and bring it back down? We need it for party planning purposes. Call me Spirit Committee this week.
You want it taken down or kept intact?
We need it intact. That's a negatory on the taken down. Sorry, I used malapropism in that case. I meant to return it to orbit.
You got it, sir. We'll be right there.
Much obliged. Over and out.
Right, that should take care of itself.
You see up in the air some ships enter the lower atmosphere. They begin firing lasers around the battle cruiser, not actually hitting it, or at least not hitting the ship itself. You do see some bodies begin falling over the sides of it as they circle around before eventually docking on it, at which point it begins to slowly lower. Slowly. Much slower than the bodies which are now being ejected over the side.
I try to catch them if they fall near us for bone purposes.
I tried to feed the Rex.
You do so.
Oh, wait, no. Alexander's right. That's way more pressing right now. I look at them for bones and I'm like,
As it is a gift for the Emperor, it seems fitting that we feed it the Emperor's food. And
I sort of donate my bodies to the Rex as well.
The Rex chows down happily. You almost swear you could see just a little bit of the Emperor's spark within it.
A simultaneous gasp on a Zoom. That's impressive.
Even.
That is truly the Emperor's spark.
Twinsies.
Twinsies. I think I will name this fellow Gregor.
it is a good name.
It is the best name
Inarguably the greatest name of all time.
of all time.
He is a hungry boy. And I look at this thing just like, it's like devouring this body.
Takes after his namesake.
He's kind of cute in his own way. Well, let's get that ship and get the fuck out of here.
I agree. I've forgotten what cute is.
And I get back in my car and wait for the grab ship to come back down so I can drive my car on board and figure out how to like move this thing to where the parade's going to start.
Okay.
I look for
As the sun begins to set.
I was gonna say I look for a cable in which to hitch it to the Rex to drag it along.
Oh, hell yeah. This is the only time where a parade balloon will drag the float.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Holding parades, please. With your minus because of animals.
Oh, man. Oh, I don't.
Well,
okay.
for him, you
Thank God. No, that's great.
I rolled a 2 and a 3, so I rolled a 3.
Okay, and now I need your holding parades in order to control the...
Damn it. Say it.
Guys, it happened.
Oh.
Yes!
I rolled a
No.
nat 20. I rolled a nat 20 on the grab ship.
That's a 7 and a nat 20, folks. Oh,
All
boy.
right. We're in it.
That's amazing.
That is,
begin.
what did you say? Catastrophic failure?
Catastrophic collateral. You still succeed.
Oh, great. Thank you.
You begin playing with the controls. Your fingers are a little too large for it, however, and you begin hitting multiple buttons at once. Eventually, you do get it under your control, but not before it has launched a bevy of missiles out, decimating the surrounding countryside. The city is basically all that remains within a 100-mile radius of this location.
The first rule of Ensign School, clear the landing zone. Second rule of Ensign School, clear everything else. Third rule of Ensign School, glass the planet for glory. Fourth rule of Ensign School, disengage the parking brake. All right, I think we're good.
Meanwhile, Alexander, you manage to hitch your Rex to it. However, you're having trouble getting it to actually pull the thing. It seems to be being pulled more than pulling.
What's going on, Gregor? Talk to me.
She's a spicy one. This one is. It's got a personality. I'm just trying to figure out how to...
I try to drift the grab ship.
You drift the grab ship, sure.
I'm just like
it can't get worse than it's
yeah,
already
no, I
been.
figure it really can't. Yeah, I drift the grab ship, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just sort of getting my bearings up here. AI, you still here?
Yes. What can I do for you?
Excellent. What's your name?
My name is Kiathu Rusan.
Kiathu Rusan, this is Ensign Blastolomew taking the comm. I'm going to move this into party planning formation Alpha Zeta 6. I think that should be festive and fun.
Now give me that holding parades roll.
I want to provoke as many of these as I fucking can. Is this with my disadvantage as well?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, it's a 3 and a 10, so we'll go with the 10.
Okay, 10. As you do that, lights begin to shine from it, like colored lights spraying everywhere, as the guns also emerge and begin firing in the air mostly. They were a little bit damaged by the approach, so they do hit a few buildings, taking out some of the surrounding area.
I calm down
which
to
point-
Alexander. Oh, sorry.
So, at which point we will cut back to Adrius, who has seen missiles fired around. He now sees a spectacular light show coming from the docks.
Now, if we could get some of that on the parade, I believe the Emperor would be the happiest of hungry lads. Well, I guess we'll just see what they bring. Anyway, time to lift this big thing.
That's a
No!
heavy thing.
5.
A 5!
Bless up.
Bolstered by the light show and the missiles and the decimation, you manage to lift the heavy thing and put it into place, placing the foundation bone for the new temple.
That will be solid for both Marine and Emperor.
The sun has begun to set on this, the 5th day. So we go back to Iggy the Bloody.
At this point, I'm sort of, with the AI's help, I've guided the ship a little bit closer to the ground, but I'm letting the Rex lead, because I can't see the ground from where I am, and I trust Alexander.
Wow, he said it. He said it.
I did. I rarely thought about that one, but I do.
Okay.
He is my second most recent friend.
Your heresy is legendary. I lead on the Rexy, and I tow this puppy back to the temple.
Holding parades with your animal disadvantage.
Hell the fuck yes.
Yes, let's do it. Let's get another 20.
I rolled 2 10s.
Also good. Bet,
Oh.
I still kind of got my wish. Mathematically speaking.
Yeah, you got that 20.
You lead your animal through the streets, towing behind you the battle cruiser, which bounces off a few buildings as it goes, like a pinball, a pinball. Pinball, that's the word I'm looking for. Pinball bouncing off of the sides. As you
I
make
calm
your way
down to
back.
him, and I just go,
Good day. Nice. We're testing the hell integrity. It seems to be holding up.
Excellent. Yes, that's highly important. Now, I think what we'll do when we get back, if it's not too late before bedtime, is to carve a couple bone weapons, reduce, reuse, recycle for the patrol, and then we'll get this party started tomorrow. George, how much of the city is left?
that's a fine question.
Not much.
We have liberated Venice from itself.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Dope. Cool. Anyway, yeah. So, just tow this puppy back to the general area of the temple and reunite with my sergeant captain first grade.
You do so.
I instruct the AI to reload all weapons and go into sleep mode until I issue a second command. And then I get back in my grav car and drive it like off the side, just spiraling down towards the ground. I'm drifting through the air back to Earth.
Air drift.
Take your holding parades with your disadvantage.
Deja vu. Okay, yeah. Let's do it. That's a 9 and what is that? That's a 12.
All right.
Okay. Reloading, but before we reload, we eject, and it fires off the remaining munitions before reloading.
Makes perfect sense.
Yep.
I kind of walk out as this concussive fanfare is happening around me. I go,
I fucking love my job. And I get in the
car.
I look at the carnage unleashed by the ship around me, and I wipe the non-existent tear from the face of my my helmet.
And it is night on the 5th day.
Adrius looks up, seeing the cacophony of fire coming from this giant grav ship that has been pulled up to the rubble-laden chapel grounds. And he goes, "Oh, they're back," and he walks out to meet them. As you come up with a beast and a spinning grav car landing right next to him,
And a battle cruiser.
yeah. So how'd it go?
I think this would probably be the best parade in the history of the entire empire. Has to be.
You're gonna have to rewrite books on parades after this one, because this shit's gonna be textbook.
You're both confident in your parade preparation. This will be proper for the emperor.
I can think of no other thing in my entire life that I've placed this much confidence into.
Iggy?
Iggy winks at Alexander, but it just looks like I stare at you for a really long time. I turn back and I go,
Yeah, we're gonna be just fine, Captain Sergeant.
Excellent. Well, you know what time it is.
I fall over asleep.
He
Where
stares
I'm standing.
purposely at Alexander, waiting for whatever he does.
How's the condition of the temple?
Oh, why would you ask that question?
As you take it in with it in the background of Adrius as he's just staring pointedly at you.
It looks like it's getting there. It looks better than it did the day before.
George, does it look like it needs like a good bathroom to be done immediately?
No, there is a bathroom done already.
But is it a good bathroom?
Give me your gather information.
All right. Yes, I will gather information, but to do it, I will rouse one of the. No, is anybody still awake?
No, it is the bedtime.
Good. We would have killed
Hungry
it.
boy's bedtime.
Yeah, that's true. I rolled a 2.
Okay. You examine the bathroom. It is a bathroom. It is good, but it does not seem quite well suited to the hungry boy.
Boy king must not take suboptimal boobs. This is the scripture. This is the way.
Alexander, what are you doing?
Yes, Sergeant Captain First Grade.
I believe you know what time it is.
I know, Captain Sergeant First Grade.
He slowly starts pulling out of like a leg compartment a long space blanket. Starts slowly opening it. Come to me, brother. And he holds out the blanket.
I'll just have to wake up extra early to finish this. Scrape. As I wipe the sweat from my helmet forehead.
As the space blanket crinkles as he shakes it to you.
I turn around and I charge through the blanket, taking it, and I run towards the Rex and like tackle collapse into him. Hopefully because we're snuggling together.
I don't think it could kill you if it tried, right? Its armor's too thick.
It tries at first, but then it tires itself out trying to chew on you and goes to sleep.
Aw.
As he's trying to kill me, I'm just having the time of my life. That's it, and I go to sleep.
Okay.
Perfect.
And Adrius,
Your
companions are asleep.
I know they are. I know they are. He goes to the leader of these people.
Who's asleep?
Right. Wake up.
My lord, what keeps you up past the holy bedtime?
For the sake of the Emperor, sacrifice must be made by us all. So I even stand here, still awake, past the good boy's proper time to sleep.
What?
And as such, you and all of yours must make the gravest of sacrifices. Stir the people, but do nothing to wake my brothers.
Son of a bitch.
There is a chapel that must be finished.
Impressing civilians.
Oh, yeah, D20, baby, here we go!
Come on!
14.
He solemnly nods, begins waking people. Many resist the urge to be awake past the holy bedtime and are killed in their sleep.
I was going to say, Adrius would probably, if he hears that, go over and just kill those people who try to fight. Just literally palm overhead and
Yep. And what do? Do you pick things up and put them down, or do you build?
I build.
Okay.
Actually, no. No, I pick things up and put them down. Because I think that Adrius knows he can move the large bulk material better than anybody else, and then they can secure it. Is the idea? This is the most attempt at logic I can give to what I can already call the most chaotic and destructive of experiences. But yeah, so he's gonna just handle the bulk work. A 1.
How?
Ladies and gentlemen, he's going for the record. Does he have... Yes, he does. That's another 1. Just peak form. Absolutely beautiful. He's completely fucked himself. That is the whole clip into his foot. Bravo.
You begin picking things up and putting them down. However, you are not used to being up past the good boy bedtime, and as such, your work disrupts that of the slaves. Unfortunately, they are unable to make significant progress over the night. When the sun rises, it rises upon a still mostly incomplete skeletal structure of a temple. As in the sky, you see the approach of the Grand Emperor's barge.
Shit.
Did you say mostly incomplete?
Yes.
Yeah.
Iggy wakes up screaming, as he does every single day of his life, and he looks over at the temple and looks up to Adrius. And I just say, "Sir?"
It's time we greet the Emperor.
But it's not finished.
I know, brother. And that is a fate that your Sergeant Captain First Grade will bear.
With all due respect, Sergeant Captain First Grade, would it not be prudent to welcome the Emperor with a parade and escort him to his temple later?
I-
Buy you a couple of hours, maybe 10 if it's a really good parade.
I couldn't get through that shit.
I again, through my expressionless mask, I look at Iggy, hearing the potential heresy,
Oh, fuck, no. Ha!
trying to trick our Lord Gregor. But I look back to Adrius and to wait to see his reaction.
The parade will take place where the Emperor lands. Should he land here, what is done is done. You two are to bring the proper parade and the potential betrothed to the Emperor. You are to bring him in a glorious fashion to the chapel, where the decision will be made, the wedding commenced. Should the chapel not be finished, I will respond to the Emperor as is needed. Those are your orders.
Yes, Sergeant Captain.
Yes, Captain Sergeant First Grade, yes.
The Emperor's barge touches down at the spaceport, down at the other end of the street.
I board the grav ship with my super sick grav car, and I contemplate something.
I summon any personnel that looks even moderately capable. Mm-hmm. You are to bring me Carly Parker and Jace Millie immediately.
Comply.
Comply.
Impress. Make me your impressing roll.
Okay, God. That's the D12. I rolled a 1.
Oh, baby.
I see you caught what I've been throwing.
And runs off. He nods and runs off.
Oh, boy. Yeah, Iggy's up with the AI, and he goes,
AI, this is Ensign Blastolomew signing back on. I have a few updates. I'm adjusting the parade route, effective immediately.
and I draw the most circuitous loop-de-loop like nonsense around the rubble in the city to buy as much time as physically possible for Adrius.
Hosting parades with your disadvantage.
Let's fucking do this. Come on. That's a 2 and a 7. Fuck yeah. Not full success, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
The path leads through some buildings, but it's acceptable damage.
I look down at the wrecks and I'm like, yeah, those buildings will. Oh, you meant it's a bad thing that we're going through. Oh, I thought, no. It's bad for the buildings that we're. Oh, okay. No,
Yes.
I look at the wrecks and I'm like, yeah, he'll be fine. I don't care about that. That doesn't register to me as a problem.
Okay. And you make your way to the barge. Meanwhile, Adrius, I assume you perform a final, last-minute, hopeful build.
Yeah. As they leave, they see Adrius start trudging back through the rubble, and he falls to a knee for a second and takes a couple breaths, and then forces himself back up and moves back over to a giant collapsed pillar and begins picking it up with all of his might.
Make me that roll.
As he lifts it, he'll say, "Servants to the Emperor, this chapel will be finished!" And he
As I
rallying
see
all the
you
people.
stumble, I go into my comm and just go,
Meow fucking meow.
Meow, meow.
Oh, no.
Oh, the 6!
yes! Yes! For the glory of Gregor!
The meow meow drives you to succeed. You lift the pillar, and it begins to take shape as the parade leaves. The parade arrives at the barge. The door opens. The processional emerges from the barge, leading His Holy Grace, the Emperor, the child Gregor, he who devours the bones of the worthy. As he emerges in his fleshy glory, his multiple mouths chattering, the fleshy appendages waving in the sky, on his hover barge, as he has no legs, as he is carried into the street.
God, I wish I was worthy enough to have my bones eaten by that guy.
At which point, I need a protecting civilian.
No, you motherfucker!
Iggy
No!
Alexander.
Son of a bitch!
Do I need to do it too?
Yep. I'm assuming that you try.
Yeah. Yeah. What is happening? I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 6.
Hey, look
Put
at that.
me in.
As a cry of fury rises from around you, and multiple people, those beaten down and bloodied, their homes destroyed around you by your rampages, rise up and train their lasers upon the poor godchild, the Emperor. They fire, but as they do, Iggy, you unleash the whole fury of your battle cruiser, annihilating them with your superior firepower. And
Iggy was
saving-
actually gonna do this anyway. It just so happened that they were gonna kill Gregor, but Iggy was just gonna like basically make him a salad bar of bones. So this just worked out great.
The bones rain down upon Gregor, who begins to happily devour them in the sky.
Look at the happy, hungry boy.
Oh no. That's not what we thought was gonna happen.
Is there anyone left alive in Venice?
Yes, the people working on the temple.
Thank God, because at least 2 of those are hopefully getting married to somebody.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Will that work? Is there any other signs of insurrection? Because I do have one last plan. Oh, thank God.
Not right now. No, you annihilated them.
Okay.
Okay. I was gonna ride through as well on my Rex and destroy them as, furious, thunderous Rex cavalry.
You attempt to do so. You get some, but mostly you just destroy things.
It's what I was meant to do.
Can I set the grav ship onto sentry mode and take the grav car down to join the parade?
So you're taking the grav ship out of the parade?
No, as in, like, if I can have it follow me on sentry mode, so, like, if anything
gotcha,
goes
gotcha,
wrong,
gotcha.
it'll just, like, start firing again.
Give me your roll.
Oh, hell yeah. This is with my thing. What is the other? Is this for parade stuff?
Yep.
Of course it is. Beautiful.
Parade and grab ship.
It's a 9 and a 19.
Woof. Okay.
Yeah, oh boy.
Noted.
Oh
Good boy.
no!
It's probably fine.
I'm so scared.
Guys, I implicitly trust this AI I met yesterday.
Yeah, that's proper.
I implicitly
And you
trust this
begin
AI.
leading the processional back toward the temple. You arrive to see the almost entirely completed facade of the temple. It is missing a few touches, but it is an acceptable offering to the godchild.
Was I ever brought Jace Millie and Carly Parker?
As you arrive, the man that you sent off runs back with 2 young ladies.
I assume they are them. I'm not going to inquire because that's not what I do. Not having the time to craft any bone weaponry at this time, I give one of them my chainsword and I give the other one my assault rifle and tell them that they have to hash this out. And whoever wins, yeah.
Who do you hand which to?
Gotta do it the classic
Giving
way.
a gun to one and a sword to another.
But they're also Space Marine-sized weapons, so truly
Yeah.
you've given them both anchors.
You basically
Yes.
just killed one of them. So the question is, which one did you kill? Which one did you crush under the machine gun versus which one is only mildly maimed under the sword?
Look, I didn't like drop it onto them.
You know how this game works. I talk to people
make-
and they get eviscerated. You gave them weapons. They're dead.
Didn't we, like, scream a guy to death earlier?
Yeah, we meowed a dude into paste. Yeah, you know how this works.
I may have accidentally killed one or both of the Emperor's betrothed and
Probably
thus
fine.
sacrificed
The brunette or
my-
the redhead? Which do you crush under the machine gun?
Oh God. Carly is odds, Jace is evens. So whereas the machine gun is Carly with a 1.
I was rooting
Okay.
for her.
I was just doing odds and evens, so she has the machine gun.
Right, the redhead is crushed under the weight of the machine gun. The brunette is only mildly injured.
Well,
I stare at both of their bodies, again, just with my helmet on, frozen in place.
suppose that solves that, Adrius says, brushing himself off from the stuff that he's done as he flips the sword over and picks the girl up. Come on now.
I'm doing, like, slow donuts in the car because I haven't fully figured out how to stop it while I'm still in it, and I just go,
It seems Gregor has once again chosen the stronger of the 2.
And Gregor approaches, his many slathering mouths and fleshy appendages waving wildly.
Jesus Christ.
Kneel. And he turns to all the other people. You ought to kneel before the Emperor.
The hungriest boy. I kneel, of course. I also make Gregor the Rex kneel.
I kill the grav on the front and back wheel on one side of the car, so the car kneels.
Okay.
And Adrius will walk forward and remove his helmet.
Oh, fuck.
To reveal a sunken-in, gaunt-looking face that has one glowing red eye and a burnt upper exterior on the left side of his head.
I didn't know Atreus was a babe. What the fuck?
And he puts the helmet underneath his arm and kneels in front of Gregor. My Emperor, we have done what we can for this magnificent occasion. The land has been tilled for you. These people stand ready to observe your eminence in your most glorious of moments. I must admit, I was unsuccessful in procuring a truly glorious chapel for you. This is my pale attempt at bringing forward what may be worthy for you. I leave my fate to you, my dear, dear hungry boy. And he bows his head.
And what do you do with the bride?
I told her to kneel, and then I walked forward to first speak with him.
Okay.
So she's probably around wherever Alexander is.
Gregor does not immediately devour you.
I just sit there and wait. If he talks, if he doesn't talk.
Nope.
Yeah, okay.
He emits a horrible screeching sound, and that's it.
I just like subtly flip through my Bible study book, trying to remember if that's the good screech or the bad screech.
It's the screech of uninterpretable wisdom.
Oh, it's the one in between. Cool.
Yeah, all right, I'll say it. George, this doesn't seem like the Emperor I thought that would be here.
The hungry boy? What did
Yeah. I mean, you know.
Bones?
Well, no, of course. However, just to make sure. Can I just say, just like to the side, just doing like one of these towards, oh wait, no, Iggy's like spinning in the car, right? There's no way for me to...
Every 3 seconds or so, I pass by you pretty close.
Okay.
As the car spins, now dragging 2 of its extremities on the ground.
Right. So doing the best like side mouth Adrius possibly can. He will say, Iggy, does the book say anything about what the Emperor looks like?
Can I gather information on that?
Sure.
That's a 9.
Okay. You begin furiously looking through it. Unfortunately, while you're doing it, you lose control of the donut, and you take out some of the nearby fixtures.
I do not notice.
High-low.
Oh, fuck. Always go with low.
Oh, Ed. Oh, Ed.
No. No,
You
you watch.
confirm.
You watch. Watch this.
So stressed.
You confirm within the book that this does seem to match some of the descriptions. There are not many descriptions, but they mostly talk about his hungry mouth and his caressing touch. So it could work. At which point, the car careens into the side of the temple.
Oh, no.
It does not immediately collapse.
Thank the... Wait, did I guess right?
No.
Oh. Okay, well, I turn off the engine.
Okay.
The grav on the other side of the car just... And the whole thing now lies as a flatbed on the ground.
And a final violent display for the hungriest of boys. The hungriest of boys, I say, trying to, like, get a...
The hungriest of boys!
May his hunger never be
Assembled masses
sated.
begin cheering, at which point the sentry program that was programmed earlier and never actually did its major damage interprets it as hostile action, opening fire on the assembled masses.
Fucking incredible.
There are now no civilians left except for the bride-to-be.
But plenty of bones. I'm
Plenty
just
of bones.
saying.
At this point, Adrius will get up, step to the side. My Emperor, you're betrothed. And he motions to this little girl. This little maimed girl.
Hang on. No. Young woman.
Oh, okay.
Let's not go little girl. Thank you.
Well, I mean,
God.
I'm a giant mutant, you know? Everybody's sort of little girls to me. I mean, not that I'm into that kind of thing. You know what? Let's just push past this.
Let's rescue the podcast. Please continue.
Digging a hole.
The fleshy appendage reaches out, wraps around the young woman, draws her close, and then he devours her.
Excellent. He has made his choice.
At which point he lets out another screech. Which seems like, if you would like to make a gather information for your holy book to interpret
Absolutely. That's a big old 2.
Ooh.
it is a more commonly heard screech. You're not entirely certain. It is either a screech of let the feasting begin or let the destruction begin.
Oh my god.
I'm going to hedge my bets, and God, I really don't know what hedging my bets means in this situation. You ever start a sentence and you really don't know where it's going to take you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I was just doing it, unfortunately.
I have an idea that I have been saving in my back pocket for the whole session. High or low? High, I do it. Low, I don't. I think
Always
that's
high.
where this is going to have to come
Always
out.
high.
Always high. That's a 7. Interpreting this as let the destruction begin, I get off the back of the car and I take my jetpack off and I take one of my grenades, I pull the pin, slap it on the atomic jetpack, and I launched it up towards the grav barge. And I just go,
Let's get some fucking fireworks up in here.
and I shoot it off towards the ship.
And as it goes, you hear the call coming across your comms to ready the missiles to glass the planet. As Gregor begins heading back toward his barge, your jetpack hits the cruiser, which explodes in a shower of fiery death, decimating what little buildings remain as Gregor makes his way through the tumultuous ruin back to his escape. You all are, of course, fine.
Of course.
I kind of turn to our the team and I go,
You know, could have been worse.
As the missiles fire and begin heading down toward the planet.
Adrius puts on his helmet. Meow, meow.
Meow meow.
Meow, meow.
And that's where we'll end.
gentlemen, what an absolute fucking ride. Oh my God.
Well, we hope you had fun. We know it's yeah. So that's kind of the gist of what we do.
I was so invested in these people. I loved our crew. I loved the Super Metal Astral Calicos.
Right?
Wow. Wowee.
The Super Metal Astro Calicos. Guys, I think we need to get some tattoos.
Yeah, 100%.
Way ahead of you. I've been stick pinning myself this whole time.
Oh, that's what that was.
It is deeply infected. Yeah.
Oh,
Tremendously.
nice.
I was hoping at one point, perhaps if we ever rehash this some years in the future, we will upgrade to our helmets. We'll just have calico helmets.
Just like big cat heads.
Space Marine cat heads.
Yes.
Why didn't we think of that earlier? God damn, that's really good.
Yeah. Well, at our next mission.
Right, exactly. Who knows? Perhaps if this one shot catches fire, maybe these characters will be.
I mean, hey,
revisited.
you can't glass a space marine. That doesn't
No,
take.
of course not. You'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. We never really hashed out as well if any of us was truly a heretic as well.
Well, I
I
mean,
think that's a
kind
good thing.
yeah, that's kind of the fun, right?
Yeah.
Certainly. Wow.
All right. Well, I hope you all had some fun on that impromptu adventure.
I
Yeah.
cried.
Well done, George.
Yeah, really.
Okay.
Well done, George. That was excellent.
Brilliant.
Well done. Yeah, a delightful.
I like these
experience.
random generation systems. That's fun.
Yeah.
It is stressful, but it's fun.
and this system was particularly fun. I mean, it's kind of interesting because the average tabletop, we're sort of spinning the rules on our head, right? I mean, your value is in a small margin, and you have a bevy of rolls that you're going to be making, and that margin stays the same, but in the character creation process, obviously, we all assume lead with the strong suit, the big numbers, the better, and then when we find out, what were your D6s, guys? I don't even remember.
Mine was in lift objects and protecting civilians, the latter of which actually massively came in handy at the end there. So that was just a stroke of luck.
Yeah. What about you, Joe?
Protecting civvies and be nice to civvies. Because I originally had no intention to be either of those things.
Right,
Same.
Of course.
Absolutely same.
And
But
mine
it came
was
through in the end to protect Gregor, the holy
yeah, that was
child.
big.
The whole time.
And you know what's funny too? Mine was gather info, which actually did work out well. and then lifting heavy objects. So I was throwing 6s at all of that, and just
And they all came up 1s except for the
Yeah.
one that was a 5.
yeah.
Wow.
That was
Yeah,
a masterclass in rolling ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really was. It was
See,
beautiful.
those high dice do mean that you're going to succeed. You're just going to destroy things a lot more.
Right.
You're still
And
going to get your success.
Sure. However, at a point, there are certain times when we don't want to do it. Like, for instance, murdering our workers, or maybe hurting the Rex, or destroying the barge. You know, like the question is, at what cost?
It is really cool to have a game where the concern doesn't come from survival. The concern comes from ruining things we want to go well. Like it's purely dependent on our investment in what we're doing as opposed to our investment in ourselves, because we're unkillable,
Right.
which is so weird for any kind of RPG where it's like,
Odd-
you know, I'm
oddly
not gonna
freeing.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just everything around me is disposable, and that's where the stakes come in. That's really cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with that, I mean, like, objective goal is primary, but like what you lose may or may not potentially impact that. So
Amazing.
yeah, but cool. This was fun.
All right. So I assume, Ed, you'll be down to join again in the future.
Oh man, yes. I don't even have a joke. Yes, 100%. This is wonderful.
Cool. Excellent.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
And thanks for joining us short notice, because I know
God,
yeah.
I'm like, hey, weird question. Do you want to play tabletop like in 4 hours?
The answer is always yes.
Word.
And
Super.
I'm so glad you chose that one. This game.
Yeah,
So
me
glad.
too.
That leads into my question super quickly. It was medieval vigilantism, and
An absurdist meat grinder.
what the fuck could even be? What? Okay, got it.
Do you want me to tell you?
No,
No, you
no,
gotta-
no.
Yeah,
Save
you
it.
gotta-
Save
you
You
gotta.
can come back.
Yeah.
No, I'm just so concerned about
That's
that.
fuel for future fires.
Okay, good. Because I'm excited about that one.
I'm stressed.
Oh boy.
I'm stressed. I'm sweating, but also I cried a lot because I was laughing so hard.
Right?
Jeez.
And because we stomped all over your Warhammer lore.
Oh yeah, no. I
Watching Joe's face when the Emperor showed up. What?
out of everything that was said so far, I was like, yeah, this is fine. This
This
fine.
might as well happen.
Then you described him. I was like, wait a minute. Every bone in my body that has been disobeying my 40K love is telling me to just kill the Emperor.
Right. Who is clearly chaos incarnate.
See,
Yeah, right.
my response as someone who's been trying to imagine what Gregor could possibly look like was like, yeah, no, that's exactly right, I think, probably. I don't know enough about Warhammer to know that that's wrong.
Oh no, completely wrong by Warhammer. But
Oh,
let's
yeah,
think about how because you guys created Gregor. I did not.
Yeah. Yeah,
Our
he's
beautiful
right.
mistake.
Gregor.
He's right. Our beautiful hungry boy.
The hungriest boy.
Who is Gregor? Is this a person? Like, you chose that name out of nowhere.
Yeah, Gregor, well, it was like I was saying, in the old Space Marine lore that Andrew and I had, the name Gregor came up a bunch.
Yeah.
It was sort of vague, but just like that was there. And then when I reached, it's what was there.
Perfect.
And it worked out.
Eisenhorn. Got it. Additionally, once you've released this, George, to the world soon, I will be obviously distributing it amongst all my beloved 40K crowd, which, not that I was paying attention to the chat, but there's a huge chat of them that I'm often like hobbying with and shit. And I'm like looking at it the whole time. Again, not distracted. Just looking at it, I'm like, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait to give this to them. They can freak out and burn my house down.
Yeah,
I'm
incredible.
a heretic.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
I'm sure it won't be that long.
It will.
Well, there we go, gang.
All right.
Amazing.
All right.
Outstanding.
Thank you all for joining.
Yeah, you got it, buddy.
Thank you so much for taking the time to enjoy this unique adventure. New episodes of our main series release every first and third Monday of the month, so come back December 7th for the conclusion of our Dungeons & Dragons interlude. If you want to stay up to date on our releases, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at RPG Blender, or subscribe on your podcast app of choice. You can also find our RPG tutorial videos on YouTube, or join us for some live tabletop action on Twitch at RPG Blender. Links in the description. Music is The Punk Rock Show by My Free Mickey. Copyright 2012, licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution License. Thank you again, and remember, there's gaming outside the Forgotten Realms.